At 6-6 and 3-8, respectively, the Golden State Warriors and Dallas Mavericks are both in need of a shakeup. Optimism between both franchises is rather low, although Dallas recently moved on from general manager Nico Harrison. As a result, the Mavericks are expected to trade veteran talent and go all in on Cooper Flagg. The Warriors, led by a star veteran trio, are still looking to capitalize on the end of Stephen Curry's peak. Some of the youngsters in the Golden State are wearing out their welcome, and the Mavericks could offer veteran talent in exchange for promising rookies. Since their rookie season in 2023-24, neither Brandon Podziemski nor Tracy Jackson-Davis has taken the leap expected of them. In an effort to go all in, the Warriors could move on from one or both third-year players. Golden State Warriors urged to make trade. Between Al Horford's age and injury history, as well as the desperate need for veteran talent, Daniel Gafford is a clear Warriors trade target. Regardless of whether the Mavericks keep Anthony Davis or not, Gafford is expendable, and his pick-and-roll skill set would work wonders in Golden State. A healthy Gafford could certainly add a rebounding and rim-protecting presence that the Warriors still need at times, giving them an upgrade on what they thought Tracy Jackson-Davis might be for them by his third season, wrote Fansided's Peter O'Keefe on November 11th. Any Golden State interest in Gafford will also be dependent on the form of Al Horford and Quinton Post, along with Jackson-Davis, who will still get an opportunity on nights when Horford is resting. A starting five of Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and Gafford would excel. Golden State would have to give up some key depth pieces, but their championship-caliber core would be cemented, and any intergenerational beef would be removed. Mock trade lands Warriors Daniel Gafford. Podziemski's status as a locker room favorite seems to be on the decline. Jackson-Davis, meanwhile, has been surpassed by other additions. In order to match Gafford's salary, the Warriors will have to throw in a veteran of their own, but it's certainly doable. Full mock trade details. Golden State Warriors receive Daniel Gafford. Dallas Mavericks receive Buddy Hield, Brandon Podziemski, Tracy Jackson-Davis. Jackson-Davis and Podziemski are not the long-term pieces Flagg needs, but they would bolster a fairly weak young core. The Mavericks still need a proven point guard, but once Kyrie Irving returns from injury, that problem will address itself. Of course, Dallas could flip Irving or Davis for Ja Morant or Trey Young if they felt so inclined, or hold out and draft Darren Peterson if the lottery is friendly once again. The Warriors have very real title hopes, but their record points to them being short-handed. For the second season in a row, expect the Dubs to make a deadline deal. Golden State Warriors Draymond Green initially balked at a New Orleans Pelicans fan taunting him with Angel Reese chants during Sunday's game at the Smoothie King Center. But Green no longer saw the humor when the fan persisted with the chant. "It was a good joke at first, but you can't keep calling me a woman," Green told reporters via ESPN's Anthony Slater. "I've got 4 kids, and 1 on the way." He got quiet, though, so it was fine. Green would ultimately confront the fan sitting courtside during the second quarter, leading to a chest-to-chest confrontation that NBA officials intervened to break up. The incident occurred just after Green was called for a shooting foul on Pelicans wing Herbert Jones, with players from both teams lining up for the free throws. According to eyewitnesses, the fan stood up and taunted Green again when he was called for a foul, triggering the Warriors' star's furious reaction. Draymond Green's patience tested. When discussing the fans' response to Green's approach, the Warriors star observed a major shift in the fans' tone as soon as they engaged. "He was talking at first," Green said. "Then you get a little closer and he didn't really say much else. But it's fine. We move on." Green then jokingly asked the media if he resembled a woman. "Do I look like a woman to you?" he asked a reporter, who responded that Angel Reese, much like Green, is a great rebounder. "Yeah, for sure. Angel's a good rebounder. Lisa Leslie was a good rebounder, too. She's older than me. So, just don't be disrespectful. And it's cool. We move on." Warriors win third in a row. Meanwhile, Sam Green, the fan who taunted Draymond Green, said that the Warriors star threatened to punch him over the incident. "I wasn't using profanity, and for him to walk 12 feet off the court to come and get in my face like that, it was a little unnerving," said Green, via ESPN. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr tried to brush off the incident. "As long as it doesn't escalate, it's fine for a player to go over and have a discussion," he said. It would have been nice if security had gotten there a little bit earlier. The Warriors, 9-7, picked up their third win in a row on Sunday, following their back-to-back road wins against the San Antonio Spurs. Incidentally, the winning streak started when Stephen Curry returned to the lineup from an illness. However, Curry wasn't the star of Sunday's win, as he had an off-shooting night, making only 2 of his 11 shot attempts to finish with 9 points. Instead, fifth-year forward Moses Moody poured in a career-high 32 points, including 8 threes, to power Golden State's win. The New Orleans Pelicans made the unsurprising decision to fire head coach Willie Green on Saturday, just over 24 hours out from their meeting with the Golden State Warriors at Smoothie King Center. While it will be interesting to see how the Pelicans respond against the Warriors on Sunday, it might be more fascinating to see how the decision impacts the franchise's trade plans, and specifically in regard to big names like Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy III. Warriors may have to dump 2 biggest talents to acquire Trey Murphy III. Golden State reportedly had interest in Murphy during the offseason, but that was a time where New Orleans clearly had no interest in parting ways with their young wing. Perhaps that may change given the state of flux the franchise now finds themselves in, but it might take the Warriors dumping their 2 most talented young players to make it happen. Much has been made of just how well Jonathan Kuminga's new contract aligns with Murphy's for a potential midseason trade, particularly if Golden State are willing to throw in a raft of draft capital and if New Orleans also decide to move on Williamson. However, Kuminga's $22.5 million salary still falls short of the $25 million Murphy is making. As a team over the first apron, the Warriors can't take back more salary and would therefore need to include another player. In such a scenario, the Pelicans may require Brandon Podziemski in the deal as well. That would make the trade work from a financial perspective, but Golden State may also need to relinquish 1 or 2 picks on top of giving up their 2 most talented young players. Would that be worth it, from a Warrior perspective? Based on recent form, it would, not just because of the production of those players individually, but perhaps even more so given the sheer workload and virtuoso performances that Stephen Curry had to deliver for Golden State to get back-to-back wins in San Antonio. Having another player capable of creating his own shot and going for mammoth scoring outbursts could be crucial in the Warriors preserving their veteran players, something that Murphy has proven capable of with 35-point and 41-point performances in 2 of his last 4 games. There's no guarantee that the Pelicans even make Murphy available, but if they do, then the Warriors best be prepared to offer their 2 most valuable young assets as part of a blockbuster package for the 25-year-old.